The Cellar is situated in the heart of Aberdeen city centre in the Rosemount area. Owned by the Noosa Monkey, the venue is capable of many offerings, with the ability to host private parties, special events, sports screenings and even gigs. The Cellar has its own entrance, a capacity of 80 people, built-in sound equipment and its own bar service for whatever event. Over the years the venue has went under several different guises, such as Cellar 35 and the Vulture Lounge. I spoke to owner Jill McDonald to get a history of the venue. I spoke to duty supervisor of the Noosa Monkey, Joe Lawson, to get his take on the Cellar and what it could offer in the future.
So the history of the Cellar, well, the Cellar's been the Cellar for a year. Before that, it was the Vulture Lounge, and before that, it was Cellar 35. And way back when, years ago, it was the Silver Slipper. No, that was the Noose. It was Drake's. I'm not quite sure what it was when it was Drake's. But when it was Cellar 35, again in my time, 12 years, it was a music venue. Well, it was more of a function room, and I had live open mic nights, and there was occasional gigs at weekends. And that run for 10 years, and it was pretty successful. And then it went to the Vulture Lounge for less than a year, which was an absolute disaster. It then became a whiskey and bourbon bar. All the taps was removed, the music was stopped. The guy tried to just open it up as a bar, and it didn't work out at all. When I took over, changed it to the Cellar, and have made it more of a music venue again. And obviously we've been getting loads of gigs, sell-out gigs. It's getting a reputation, a name for itself, not just in Aberdeen but throughout Scotland, because we've had sell-out gigs. Who did we have? Father Sin, so that was ace, that got a lot of publicity. We've got the Vistas coming up in June, which is another sell-out gig. There's people that I'm in touch with that's emailing from gigs in Scotland, various different promoters that I'm working with that we never had before. So I think Cellar's getting a name for itself as one of the best, smallest but best independent music venues, certainly in Aberdeen and now throughout Scotland, which is pretty cool.
Since I started working with the company, when I first got here, the Cellar was closed. It used to just be a music venue, but it was a little bit outdated, so we closed it down to renovate the place, modernise it a little bit, and it's amazing what just a lick of paint and an air freshener can do. We've turned it from what was just a standard music venue for gigs into something that offers a lot more now. We not only use it for music, but we rent it out for anything from hen parties to birthdays, as well as keeping the musical side of it constantly over the weekends. I think it's a great venue because it lends itself to many different things. Not only is it an intimate venue where you can host these private events with your family, your friends, but it still has a good feel about it when you look at it as a music venue, as a small space where you don't need many people to make it feel like it's a much bigger event than is actually going on in regards to the size of the venue.
I spoke to duty supervisor of the Noosa Monkey, Joe Lawson, to get his take on the Cellar and what it could offer in the future.
One of the better things I think about this venue, in comparison to a lot of the other places around Aberdeen, is we give the people who come here a little bit more creative freedom with the place. We don't have it set in a specific way. We allow people to come in and decorate the place, do what they want with the place, make it something that's more theirs than just your bog standard place that you go into to enjoy your time with your family or go and see some music. We want it to be a bit more of a personality driven sort of vibe that you get with the place. We're pushing ourselves heavily on social media, and I'm hoping that with a bit of time and maybe a little bit of luck, we can turn the place into what used to be and is mostly known now as just a music venue. It is something that is more than that, that anyone can come to, anyone can get in touch with us and use it for a multitude of different things, hopefully, further down the line.